A very good noon to all of you. I hope I'm clearly visible and audible. Good noon, Varun. I'm good. I hope the same for you. So I welcome you to this session all about TISSNET. So TISSNET notification has been released. Yes, so let's talk about what is the window in which you have to register for it. When will the exam happen? Do we have an idea about it? What is the selection procedure? Which all courses you can apply for? Okay, so we'll talk about a lot today, along with, of course, the exam pattern, the cutoffs, everything, right? So there's a lot on the agenda for today. Hi, Yash. Hello, Om. Good noon. Good noon. Oh my God, your message, I couldn't respond to it. So great to see that you guys are excited about the session. Hello, Yash. All right, then. Let's begin with the session. So, now my question to you, does this offer an MBA? This is Tata Institute of Social Sciences. Yes. Does it offer an MBA? Right. So, it does not, right? That's the first thing that we need to know. It calls its courses MA. So basically it offers degree courses, postgraduate degree courses, MA courses, MSc courses, MHA. So this is about hospital. Okay, one is about healthcare, right? One is about healthcare here, one is about hospitality, hospital, right? One is about law. So basically, true to its name of being a social sciences institute, it offers you a lot of courses related to humanities and social sciences, right? Law, healthcare, social work, public policy, governance, gender studies, development studies, you name the course and they have it. So 57 plus postgraduate courses that you can apply through this exam, right? So a lot of courses, but yes, it does not offer an MBA, but it's MA in HRM, right? MA in Human Resource Management and Labor Relations. It is equivalent. It is as reputed as, let's say, an MBA from your other institutes, such as, let's say, an XLRI, an MDI. In fact, more reputed than MDIs. Okay. So now that we know this, that, okay, there's no MBA, but then the reputation is equivalent to that of an MBA. Let's proceed. Okay. Hi Vinay, hi Jaisuman. So Varun, for TISS, you'll be having an online personal interview, right? So the second stage is an online assessment, which is an online personal interview. This is what has been updated on the website so far. If they have something in addition, they will update it, right? Because on the admissions website, admissions.tiss.edu, what was mentioned was that in the stage 2 online assessment is going to happen. Bracket में लिखा है online personal interview. So most likely there will be personal interviews only. However, if any case studies, any WATs have to happen, that will be updated on the website. Don't worry about it. Right, so pretty comprehensive website, admissions.tiss.edu. If you have any query related to admissions, related to how to apply, okay, just check that website. Okay, so how many campuses does TISS have? Okay, all of us are aware of TISS Mumbai. Yes, but you will be happy to know that there are more campuses as well. Tuljapur is in Maharashtra, so this is a campus in Maharashtra. Then Guwahati, Hyderabad. So there are 4 campuses in total, and it is said that they have a unified placement process, right? A unified placement policy, a unified placement process. Of course, Mumbai being the older campus carries more weight, right? It has great placements and the faculty is amazing. The infrastructure is really good. The fee is low. So a lot of pluses to taking admission in TISS, particularly if you're interested in HRM and labor relations. Right. Now, this year, in fact, this is what they mention on their website, that you can apply for a maximum of 3 courses, 3 programs. So let's say you go to their website and they have a lot of postgraduate courses, right? Check out their courses. Now you think, oh, I like development studies also. I like gender studies also. I like social work as well. And of course, I will apply for management courses. You can't do that. You can apply for a maximum of 3 programs across any of the 2 campuses, right? So you have to choose those 3 programs carefully. See, of course, assuming that all of you are interested in an MBA in HR and that's why you are thinking of applying to TISS, you will be applying to their MA HRM and labor relations. Yes, this is a course that you will be applying to. So choose 2 other courses of your interest. Okay, and they should be, they should not go to more than 2 campuses. So 3 courses across 2 campuses in the order of preference. Okay, so if this is your first choice, then this put it in the on the first number, right? So that whoever is evaluating your application is pretty clear about your choices. Now, because students ask this that, okay, which other programs should we apply to? Fine, we will be applying to HR and labor relations, this course, but what else? So, 2 of the other popular programs, okay, 2 of the other reputed programs that they have, of course, they have many more programs, but these are again pretty popular. MA in Social Work, in case you are interested in it, and MA in Women's Studies. This is a part of their School of Gender Studies. Right, so School of Management offers this, School of Social Work offers this, and School of Gender Studies offers this. So look at their descriptions, look at the curriculum, evaluate, let's say, their placements, right? And accordingly, you can make a decision. There are other courses in School of Management also. In case you want, you can have a look at them, but these, by, going by our experience, these are the 3 most popular courses out there, right? Okay. Just a second. So, Om, give me the context for LSP. I'll explain that. Okay. Good afternoon, Subendu. Welcome to the session. Yes, let's have a look at the eligibility criteria. So they are very clear about this, that you should have completed all the requirements of your bachelor's degree. Okay, of your bachelor's degree. Minimum bachelor's is required, 3-year, 4-year. All the requirements of your bachelor's degree should have been completed by June 13, 2023. What I mean by that is all your exams should be done, all your internships should be completed, right? Internships. I was about to write internment, right? They should have been completed by June 13, 2023, right? Also, you should have cleared when you are applying, there should not be any backlogs. Okay, no supplies, no backlogs should be there when you are applying for the exam for TISSNET. In case your mark sheets, your degrees, they're not available, you're in your final year, your mark sheets are not out, then you have to submit them by August 31, 2023. So they do provide you that leeway. Don't fret unnecessarily about it, right? So these are the eligibility requirements, very basic. Yes, all of you, I think, must be fulfilling these requirements. Okay, so Om, I'll also have to check about this. See, we also know about the popular programs only, right? So if let's say it has been renamed, right? Just see what it has been renamed to. If it's in the School of Management, the School of Management offers 4 to 5 courses, so you'll be able to find it easily, right? And they give very detailed descriptions of the curriculum and everything, the course structure, what are the expectations, what are the objectives, all of that is available on their website. Okay, so do evaluate it. Okay, so some other courses that students ask about, social entrepreneurship is one course that's there in School of Management. ODCL, organization development and change leadership, that's one course. So see if let's say it has been renamed to any of this, okay, and evaluate accordingly. Okay, so now that the notification is out, what are the important dates for you? Okay, and it'll also give you a glimpse of the structure of the selection procedure, okay, how the selection procedure works. So let's have a look. Just a second, my pen seems to be... Just give me a second, huh? Okay, finally I've got back my pen. Yes. So announcement December 14, 2022 for online application for admission, right? So you can apply. The last date for applying is January 15. Apply ASAP. Why wait? Yes. Then the exam will be a computer-based test. It will be conducted between 28th January and 28th February. The exact date has not been announced yet, but you can rest assured that it will be towards the end of January towards the end of February, right? And this should be and actually, but I simply copied whatever was written on their website, right? I simply copied that because I didn't want to change anything on my own. Between 28th January and 28th February, the exam should happen. Then, later on, in case you are shortlisted, in case you're shortlisted based on your score, TISSNET score, there's something called a detailed application form that they make you fill, right? They want more information about you, before the personal interview. So they make you fill an online detailed application form. The dates for this have not been announced, right? Online assessments is the second stage. I have already told you about this. Online personal interviews is what we also call them. And this has not been announced yet, but we have been told that it will happen in the month of April 23. April 23 is when it is tentatively expected to happen. This is something that they have stated on the website. And the new session will commence on June 14, 2023. This has been stated. Right? Which website for registration? See, when you go to admissions.tiss.edu, you are redirected. There is a page there. Let me tell you the exact website also. Okay, I'll just click on it and tell you. So yes, these are your important dates. Keep them in mind. Please don't delay. Fill the form ASAP. Why leave it till the last date in case you are sincere about applying to TISSNET. Okay. The good thing is that you will have more time to prepare for TISSNET. Even after that, you will have some good number of days to prepare for TISSNET. Also, this tentative month at least you know about. So again, you can adjust your timeline of preparation for interviews accordingly. Right? So this is what we know. Let's now talk about TISSNET. Okay, so it's a computer-based test. Yes, we know about it. Now, 100 minutes, 100 MCQs. Very straightforward pattern. 100 MCQs to be solved in 100 minutes. You get a +1 for each correct answer and there's no negative marking. The timings have been stated, although the exact date has not been given to you. They've mentioned the timings that, okay, it will happen from 2 p.m. to 3:40 p.m. whenever it happens, right? So, again through this that, okay, it's a 100-minute test. Even though, it's a 100-minute, 100 MCQs equations, that does not mean that you will spend exactly 1 minute on each question. So, how can you divide your time? Let's have a look at that, right? So the pattern, no major changes in the pattern as such. You can have a look at it yourself, right? And just a second. I am trying to, yes. Look at your queries. Will TISSMAT take place? No information regarding TISSMAT has been there, Megha. In fact, it has been stated that the stage 2 is going to be online assessment. Okay, and in brackets, online personal interviews is written. So I am not expecting TISSMAT or TISSPAT. Right? At what time will it? The registration has begun. Okay, ideally it should have begun, right? Have you tried applying, Yash? It should have begun because 14th December was given as the date. Okay, I went to the website for registration. It's not showing register. Instead, it is showing login. Okay. There must be a tab for register also. Let me just check. Okay. So when I go to how to apply, right, it says click here to visit the online application system. Then it takes me to this website called application.tiss.edu. Okay, let me just write the exact link for you. appln.tiss.edu. Okay. Then it takes me to a place called register. But yes, it's asking me to log in here. Okay. All right. Okay. Will it be opened on 14th December? All right. Let me just figure this out. How to actually register here. Okay. In case we are not registered, does this login mean register only or is it something else? Okay. Let me figure this out. Meanwhile, we know the website that we have to go to. This is the online application system website. Let's understand the pattern once and then I'll figure this out in the meanwhile. Yes. So, English proficiency 30 questions, right? 30% of your paper is English. Mathematics and logical reasoning, again 30% of your paper. Now you can see their emphasis on general awareness. They're so clear about the fact that they want to be an aware person, that 40% of your exam is general awareness. And this is the key differentiator in TISSNET, because see, in fact, whenever an exam has GA and they are evaluating you on GA, there's a cutoff there, right? Then it becomes a differentiator, because you never know, although they give you a broad indicative list as to which areas they are going to question you from, but you never know what exactly may be asked from you. Particularly in static GK. Static GK can pose a bigger challenge, because for current affairs, you know, okay, I have to read, let's say, the last 6 months news. I have to be aware of what all has happened in the last 6 months. But static GK is a different ballgame altogether. So you have to separately prepare for general awareness when it comes to TISSNET. We've already started having IFT GK sessions. See, GK is GK. It will help you for TISSNET also. So from this Sunday only we began these sessions. Do attend them. They'll help you for TISSNET also. Okay. So now total marks, of course, they remain like this, +1 for each question. There's no sectional cutoff for English and maths. That's a good thing actually, because a student can accordingly choose to maximize his or her score in the section of strength. So no sectional cutoff for these two, but a sectional cutoff for general awareness for general candidates. Even for EWS, AF is Armed Forces, KM is Kashmiri migrants, right? So for all of them, the sectional cutoff is 35% of 40, which is 14 marks, right? You have to meet this. This is a qualifying cutoff. Now, what are the implications? The fact that there is no negative marking, right? Something that I stated, +1, no negative marking. You should attempt all the questions. Yes, goes without saying, attempt all the questions. Let me also tell you that the questions are on an easier side. The aim of TISS is to be an accessible exam, right? So that somebody who's not very great at English, let's say because of their socioeconomic background also, is able to attempt a good number of questions. So the exam is on the easier side, but accordingly, the cutoffs are also relatively higher, right? So English proficiency, 30 questions. I'll give you the syllabus also, so to say, the broad things that they cover. I'll also talk about how it was last year, right? In the coming slides, we have all of that. Then the syllabus for these two as well, right? So that is coming up. Okay. So let's see if you have any queries, else I'll proceed. Okay. Which courses are good for freshers and engineers? That's a very general question, Chirag, in which if you're talking about HR, then Excel, right? TISS, MDI, SCMHRD is a good place to go. Then you have IM Ranchi, that's also good for HR, right? So if you're asking for HR, these are some of the good colleges and some of the good courses that they offer related to HR, right? Okay. Gap. See, for TISS, I can tell you that they don't worry a lot about things such as gap, right? They worry about your TISSNET score and then how you perform in the second stage, right? That's the thing that they primarily look at. If you're able to justify your gap, okay, then I don't think it should pose a problem. But yes, you need to prepare a really good answer as to why you have a gap of 4 years, right? And this applies to IIMs also. It's not just about TISS. Students do go with a gap year, right? 4 years may seem a little more than, let's say, 1 or 2 years, which students generally have. So prepare a very good, impressive answer and an honest answer also as to what you were doing in these 4 years. And if you're able to justify it to them, then it doesn't really matter. I have seen some of my students who were, let's say, preparing for IAS. So they did spend a lot of time there, a number of years there, and then they went for an MBA. They were able to justify it in their Excel interview and they made it, right? Okay. Himanshu, the best, of course, if you're focused on management, is HRM and labor relations, right? That goes without saying. Jessamine, the difficulty level, it's an easy to moderate exam overall. It's not a very difficult exam. Especially English is on the easier side, right? General awareness is of course going to be challenging. That, as I've told you, it is the key differentiator, right? And if questions from static GK are asked, it's not an if actually. So when static GK is asked, it does become relatively challenging, and you have to score really well here in order to reach the cutoffs, right? So last year the actual cutoff was 67 out of 100, right? So let's say you scored a 20 here, you scored a 20 here. Let's say, okay, I'm just assuming. Then how many marks do you need to have here? Yes, you need to have at least 27 here. You know, usually good students who are very sincere about TISSNET, they target a 30 or a 30 plus in GA. That's what they target, right? And that's what you need to get into TISS. Okay. Then how many colleges of TISS for MBA? School of Management is there in Mumbai itself. I didn't find any other campus where School of Management is located. So just one campus, right? So Ronak, there is a whole page that they have about their courses. When you go to admissions.tiss.edu, you know, they have a lot of courses, right? A lot of PG programs. So first, I think the first thing that any student should do is they should identify their areas of interest. Am I interested in, let's say, development studies? Am I interested in education? Am I interested in gender studies? What is my broad area of interest? Then you click on that school and look at the courses that are being offered there. This decision, nobody can actually make this decision for you. You have to make this decision. I've told you about the popular courses, the ones that are popular with students, right? Social work, then this one, which was the other one that I told you. There was social work, there was gender studies, women's studies as it is called, right? So these two, apart from the HRM course, are pretty popular. But in case you're interested in exploring other courses, go to their PG programs tab, and they have them categorized according to areas, according to schools. So evaluate them, look at the course, look at what are the objectives, do they align with your objectives? So this decision no one else can make for you. Okay. All right. Now, everyone is confused. Okay, all right. Division of LR in mathematics and LR section. Okay, I'll address this, Jasuman. Okay, let's come to the syllabus part. There I'll address this. Okay, so I hope some of your queries I've answered. Some are still there. I'll answer as we go to the next slides. Just remember that in GK we have GA, as they call it. We have sectional cutoffs. 14 marks for general EWS, Kashmiri migrants, and armed forces. Children, basically these are children of armed forces. Okay, 30% is for OBC and PWD. There's no sectional cutoff for SCs or STs, right? So this you should keep in mind. Now, coming to the syllabus as such, they are very specific on their website that, okay, we are testing a preparation level of up to class 10 only. Okay, so as to be accessible again, that's the objective. Now, last year we saw error spotting questions. Yes, so probably they are including this in sentence correction only. So we had error spotting questions last year. Easy questions though. Word choice, okay, which is the correct word that fits actually in this sentence, right? Then word usage can also be asked, right? So let's say one word will be given to you, it will be used in various sentences. Then you have to decide, okay, in which sentence it has been used correctly or incorrectly. So correct, incorrect usage can also be asked. Odd one out. Again, we have practice questions of this sort, okay, that some words are given to you, 3 or 4 of them are related to each other. You have to choose the one which is not related. Analogy, if A is to B, then you have to find out a similar relationship. Okay, so odd one out, analogies, word choice, these are purely vocabulary. If I have to talk about them, sometimes they become about logic and general awareness also. So for instance, in odd one out, if I give you the names of various studies, let's say ecology, zoology, so there it becomes a question of your GK also. In analogy, sometimes it becomes about logic, because you also have to figure out the relationship that exists between A and B. When I say A is to B, then what is to what, right? So otherwise, this is vocabulary. Then you have grammar. See, they've written grammar and sentence correction separately, but usually they are similar. Yes, the errors are usually based on grammar only. So grammar can be asked. Okay, so you have to prepare for it anyway. I think for snap, for nmat, you are preparing for it. For ift, you are preparing for it. So your preparation for grammar will be done by that time. In verbal reasoning, so they very broadly mentioned verbal reasoning, but last year you had 2 questions from critical reasoning, you had 3 questions from parajumbles, right? So verbal reasoning is a very broad term. It can include all your short question types also, statement conclusion, statement assumption, all of those also, and it can include your full-fledged critical reasoning questions and parajumbles, of course, with options. So it is making you prepare for all the broad areas of English. Okay, reading comprehension, 10 questions last year, 2 passages of 5 questions each. Then it is making you prepare for grammar as well, for vocab as well, and for verbal logic, including critical reasoning, parajumbles, everything. So all 4 areas you have to prepare for. Okay. All right, so this is about English proficiency. Now, let me address the query about the division of LR in mathematics and logical reasoning. So this is what is tested. Okay. Now, see this. If I talk about last year, right? So if I analyze it last year, so last year, you had 10 questions from arithmetic, 2 from algebra, 3 from geometry, 4 from modern maths, and 2 from numbers. So this is about mathematics. Okay, so 21 questions in all from mathematics. The remaining, so out of 30, then 9 remains. The remaining were logical reasoning. So this is about last year. This breakup is not, always the same, right? So last year it was like this, but that does not mean that this year also it will be the same. Right, so no such official bifurcation has been given to us. This is as per TISSNET 2022. Right? Hope I have clarified this. So what all are they testing again? Again वो कहते हैं 10th तक ही टेस्ट करेंगे, हम ज़्यादा टेस्ट नहीं करेंगे, right? Just like CAT. In CAT also this is the criterion, no? That up to class 10, math and LR will be tested. So arithmetic, geometry, trigonometry, you have to prepare, right? So I'm sure that if you are preparing for CAT, if you've prepared for some non-CAT exams, you have covered these topics. Basic statistics can also be asked from you, right? So this is something to keep in mind. DI, LR, you have prepared. Number series, you have prepared for it, right? So just keep these topics in mind. This is the broad coverage. This is straight from their official website. So I'm not making up any of this, right? And this was the breakup last year. Okay. All right. Sai will have to, check this separately. So just go to that course and see. In fact, no, there is a tab there that talks about eligibility. There is a whole tab. When you go to admissions.tis.edu, just click on the tab eligibility and it gives you a detailed table which gives you the eligibility for all the courses, right? So just have a look at that and you'll get an idea. Okay. Now coming to general awareness. Yes. So Nachiket, you don't have anything to worry about. You have to just take this decision whether you want to join or not. Just join, join Cognizant and then prepare alongside. That will not be a problem for any of your exams for that matter, if you can take out the time to prepare. Okay. All right. So now, what about the general awareness section? I have finally come to it. So they're saying that, okay, here they don't say what is the preparation level. They say this is linked to the objectives of the section. The objective is, of course, to check how aware an individual you are, right? In terms of current affairs, in terms of your general knowledge, apart from current affairs also. So see some of the common topics that are there, that are tested. Politics, social studies, science and technology, environment, sports, art and culture, Indian history. So you are not isolated from any of these topics. These topics, you read about them. In fact, for your cat RCs also, you've read about all of these areas, right? You've read on all of these areas. So just for the last, at least the last 6 months current affairs on these areas has to be covered, right? And our GK experts will be able to answer all your GA related, TISSNET GA related queries. Just join the sessions that are happening. So today also Salik sir is taking a session at 9 p.m. You can join that, right? Yesterday also a session happened on this. Now, whether a particular book will be enough for GA or not, I can't comment on that, because see, if I tell you, okay, this one book is enough, let's say I give you this, that, okay, Manorama guide is enough, but then a question comes that is outside of it, then you will think, no, ma'am ne to kaha tha ye enough hai. So I can't say that, okay, one particular book will be enough. You can ask your GA experts, what is the best way to prepare for this section? I can tell you that both current affairs and static GK do come, and these are the areas that the website has already mentioned, right? So it's not like you're shooting in the dark, isn't it? So just attend those sessions, and of course you'll have to refer to some source or the other. Ask your GK experts what are the best sources and they'll guide you. Okay. All right. Then now coming to the second stage. What is the second stage? Online assessment. Online personal interviews happen here, right? And this is conducted separately for each program applied. There's no common process as such, right? So if you've applied for 3 separate courses, you'll have to go through 3 separate interviews in case you're shortlisted for them, right? And it is going to happen in April 23. We don't know the exact date. This is all that we know about the second stage. For marketing, Diksha, there's no specific general marketing course that TISS offers, right? There could be something related to rural marketing. Just check that out. I saw the School of Rural Development. I didn't see rural marketing there as such, but just check out once. But as far as general marketing is concerned, there's no separate course, right? MBA, what is the difference? So Himanshu, see, in terms of, if you ask me this, so there are a number of parameters on which we can evaluate this, right? First of all, the difference is that, okay, this is a master's degree, while a lot of institutes in India, most of the institutes in India, they offer you a postgraduate diploma in management, right? It's only FMS and a couple of others from DU, from basically central universities that are offering you a degree. So this is a degree, while here you have a PGDM diploma. But trust me, for market purposes, for your corporate sector purposes, this does not really matter whether you get a degree, whether you get a diploma. It's ultimately the reputation of the institute, the course that you've done, how you have performed there, and how you perform in the interviews for a particular company, that matters. So in those terms, I would not say there is much difference. Okay. In terms of fee, there is a lot of difference, right? TISS has this bent towards social sciences and towards being an accessible institute. So in terms of fee, there is going to be a huge difference between, let's say, the fee of an IIM, a top tier IIM, and a TISS, MA, HRM, and LR, which is why it's a major attraction for students, right? In terms of placements, you get great placements from TISS. Okay, so you need not worry about this, that okay, MA hai to placement acha nahi milega. There's nothing like that. So evaluating it from these parameters, I would say, as far as MA, HRM and LR and an MBA in HR from some IIM is concerned, okay, in fact, this would fare better for an MBA in HR as compared to a lot of IIMs also, right? Okay, hope this addresses your query. Okay, is development studies a good choice in terms of placement? You'll have to talk to some alumni, Rupanshu, regarding this. Because see, development studies, the focus there, MBA ka focus is very different from a development studies focus. Of course, in terms of money, the opportunities here are much narrower, because students don't usually go here with the perspective of getting very high packages. The aim is to, let's say, make a difference at a policy level in your country, at a governance level in your country, to look at problems from an interdisciplinary angle, right? So every problem, let's say, if I talk about even education today, it is affected by so many factors: social, economic, technological, so many factors. So development studies is about looking at the interdisciplinary nature of the major development problems that our country, our world is facing today. The focus is very, very different than an MBA. Okay, so placement wise, again, it's very different, right? You can't compare the placements of an MBA with placements of development studies. Okay. अच्छा, हिंदी में बीच बीच में I can talk in Hindi. Yes, that I can do. How many questions were asked from DI? Okay, specifically from DI, there were six questions from DI. Okay, so out of those 9 questions, LRDI, out of those 9 questions, 6 were from DI and 3 were from LR. Last year, this is TISSNET 2022. All right. Okay, now cutoffs. Last year it was 67 on 100, so this was lower than, let's say, the year prior to that, when it was 73.83 for MA, HRM and LR, right? For 2021, you have detailed cutoffs for all categories available on TISS's website and available on our BYJU'S exam prep website also, in case you don't find them there easily, right? So you can check the BYJU'S exam prep website for 2021 detailed cutoffs. For 2022, I know about MA HRM, right? It's because the details are not there on their website also, that's why. Okay. Maths, see the level of maths, if I talk about TISS, the difficulty level, easy to moderate maths, okay. Then if I talk about DI, again, last year it was easy. LR was also easy last year. So usually, the level of the paper is easy. So even if, let's say, your maths is not that strong, from your, let's say, some areas of strength, you are able to attempt questions. Then you can and you should give TISSNET a shot in case you're interested in HR also. You should be interested in the courses that you're applying for. Okay. That is something that you should keep in mind. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, Pratik, then you have to take this call and no one else except you can take this call. Okay, it also depends on what you are doing currently and how well, let's say, you fared in some of the management exams that you've taken recently. Are you thinking about this year as the sincere shot, or is this year a test year and you plan to, let's say, take the exam seriously next year? So evaluate these factors, okay? Just sit with yourself, make a list of pros and cons of joining Cognizant, pros and cons of not joining it, and rather preparing for your MBA, and see the current scenario, evaluate your current scenario, level of preparation, etc., etc. Accordingly, you will have to take this decision. No one else can take this call for you, right? Experience in social work. See, if you are applying for an MA in social work, then of course this will benefit you, right? Moreover, because it's a college that has a humanities and social sciences bent, it will be an added advantage. However, it's not a requirement, and it's not that someone who has not done social work, who's not done volunteering work, will have some disadvantage as compared to students who have done it. So if there is a course specific requirement for MA in social work, just check that. Course specific requirements are mentioned next to each course, right? However, if I talk about an HRM and LR, no, if you haven't done social work, if you haven't done volunteering work, don't think that you are disadvantaged as compared to a candidate who has done it, right? So that is my opinion on this. General marketing, Diksha, no, I did not see the course in School of Management. Okay, so cutoff for PWD candidates, I can tell you about. Just give me a second, okay? I'll see if I have that data. I do have for general OBC, SC, ST, PWD. I'll have to just check once, right? Okay. We are having regular classes from now on. Yes. We meet at 12 p.m. every day. Either I meet you or Vikrant sir meets you at 12 p.m. on our YT channel, right? We have a session related to English usually at 12 p.m. Yes. The online interview process, see, what I saw written on their website was that it's an online assessment, online personal interview, but it said to be held in separate campuses. So what my understanding of this is that the process will happen online, but the process will be separate for separate campuses. That is what they meant, right? Otherwise, there's no point in writing the word online time and again if it is an in-person interview. So in my understanding of whatever has been written, it is going to be an online interview, right? Okay. The score of TISSNET matters in your final score calculation as well, right? The process, I mean, the bifurcation of it is also there in your admissions.tis.edu. Okay, so for the exact bifurcation, you can refer to the website. The score does count. Okay, TISSNET score does count. Okay, some key points. I'm just emphasizing what I've already stated. It's a relatively easy test. Attempt all the questions as there's no negative marking. Maximize your overall score along with your GK sectional cutoffs. So as I said, it's a boon that there are no sectional cutoffs for English or for maths and LR. So you can choose your area of strength and maximize your score there. But GK sectional cutoffs have to be cleared, right? Then GK is the key, the GA part is the key differentiator, something I've already stated. So work hard for it, attend a lot of sessions. Okay, we are conducting a lot of GA sessions. Then ask for sources from your experts. They'll guide you towards specific sources for current affairs, specific sources for static GK. Okay, and start preparing from now on. GK is not something that you prepare in a day, right? It takes time. Okay, so this is it from my side for the session. I have currently not been able to find the PWD cutoffs. I will definitely find them and let you know. Tomorrow also I have a session with you. So tomorrow I'll definitely let you know. Okay. Uh, Hope whatever I've told you so far has helped, right? And it'll give you some insight into applying for your TISSNET, right now TISSNET, and then finally converting to TISS, right? A good course, a good program, a good college, you should apply for it, right? If you are interested in HR, then MA in HR, M in LR. So I hope this helped, and if you or any of your friends are preparing for CAT 2023, we have a comprehensive program for you where we give you live sessions, recorded sessions, a lot of tests, expert guidance, even guidance for your stage 2. So stage 2 for various exams, right? So everything is there in this one course. You can consider enrolling now. Then the last lab to IIFT 2023 is already going on, right? It's a 1 week thing. It started on 10th, will go on till 17th. Of course, on 18th, you have your exam. At 7 p.m., we meet you every day. So very focused sessions to help you revise. Do attend. Then ZAT 23, All India Open Mock it must have gone live by now. Yes, it must have gone live by now. So 14th to 23rd December, you get a lot here. You get video solutions also. So no scope for any queries left here. Do attempt it. It's free of charge. And in ZAT, taking mocks matters a lot, right? Solving previous year papers matters a lot. So I'll stay connected with you. Yes. So with our channel, you can stay connected, of course, by subscribing to it, right? You can stay connected with BYJU'S Exam Prep MBA by liking our Facebook page, then following us on Instagram. We post a lot of memes there, by the way, and you can stay connected with us via Telegram as well. Okay. All right. Welcome all of you. And for Snap, in case you are interested in Snap free lectures, there is in fact, in case you are interested in any specific exam, just go to the description box of this session that is going on. And there's an Excel sheet that we have for you. Right. In that Excel sheet, we have exam specific tabs that you can click on and you can see everything related to that exam. There'll be a playlist that will appear. So you can watch all the videos related to it at one place. You don't have to search here and there. Right. So I hope this helped and thank you for attending. I'll see you tomorrow again. And yes, welcome all of you. Welcome all of you. Link for ZAT mock. You'll have to log into BYJU'S Exam Prep MBA. Just log into our website, log into our app, BYJU'S Exam Prep MBA. Okay, and you will get an option to register there. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. See you. Hello. Yeah, hi Gautam. I